Springtime, springtime. Hey, it's Brain Muffin back with another beer review. A beer review you can use. Up today is a Mount Carmel. So Mount Carmel is just outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. It's a local brewery. I don't even think it's 15-20 minutes from where I live. This is their Springtime Ale. This is a Scottish Ale, and it's brewed with heather tips, whatever that means. And we're going to find out. I've never had this before. Now, normally I have a nice Sam Adams style glass or a snifter or something, but I'm going to use my Mount Carmel shaker. Now, for a purist, I really don't like having beer in shaker glasses. This is everything wrong that you can do other than put into a plastic cup is a shaker glass. The glass is too thick, it's the wrong shape, and so on and so on and so on. And usually they smell like chlorine in a bar. And they don't normally rinse them out because they usually the shakers, you know, if it doesn't have a name like this, it'll be plain, it'll be a beer, it'll be a mixed drink, it'll be whatever. But for beer, this is really a horrible glass. But hey, we're gonna live with it. And it's late. It's merchandising, right? So we have Mount Carmel, 4.5% alcohol. Hopefully this is this year's. I did get this at the grocery store not too long ago. I haven't had it for very long, so I don't know if it's a new beer or if it's an old beer. It is very, very fizzy, very, very active carbonation there. Nice kind of a golden caramel coloring. I'm going to hold it so you can see it. That's a nice, really big active head, lots of active bubbles. They're really rapidly rising. Wow. Can definitely taste off the nose it's a Scottish ale. The malt just hits you, it is just really present. Almost biscuity, but not quite. But very lots of them, probably aromatic malt. Wow. I'm not exactly sure what heather tastes like, but there is a floralness to it. It's not really there on the nose. Really, what I get on the nose is lots of malt. But this is definitely a session beer. I mean, 4.5% alcohol. To me, the heather is kind of this floral thing that happens. It's a little noticeable on the tongue, but especially once you're done and the gases and the flavors just kind of circulating around in your mouth, there is this floral essence like you just chewed on a branch of something. And I'm guessing that's what the heather tips are. But I get a lot of malt on the nose, a lot of malt throughout, and then there's this floral arrangement that comes in, and that's the heather. And being it's a Scotch ale, there is a tartan pattern, I think, something that wants to be a tartan pattern behind all this. Now this is a artist representation of the farmhouse that Mount Carmel is in. This is not the view from the road. This is actually the view from the side. The road, I mean, they show the road going around, but you don't see this. There's other buildings in the way. It's an old farmhouse built, I think, in 1924. Yep. And there is a sign out front, but there's nothing. Everything else is kind of hidden away, and it's not really big, so you wouldn't know you went past a brewery. They do have a tasting room. I haven't been there in quite a while. I really need to go back. The homebrew club I used to belong to had a meeting there once, and we got a nice tour. They have a very interesting setup on how they do some of their stuff, where they do their mashing and boiling and everything. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of back and forth movement of the malts, but that's because they have this very confined space. So they make use of every inch of that place. So this is very good. I'm going to give us a 4.5. This is definitely a session beer. It's definitely something that you can drink. It is very festive. It has got a fair amount of carbonation. And you could probably have just about anything with this as far as food. You could definitely have this as part of a backyard burgers in the springtime, especially. It gets a little warm and someone's you're doing burgers and brats and mets and maybe some chicken on the grill. This is perfect. Vegetables off the grill, salmon. I mean, This really is a good all-around beer to just have with a meal. It's also good to have just sitting around chatting with friends, and you could probably enjoy several of them. Being 4.5% is not bad at all. It's got enough flavor to keep you interested, but not so much flavor that you're overpowering your palate, especially if you want to eat it with any kind of food. I definitely would have nothing really sweet, but you could definitely do chilies. You could do so you could do spicy foods. You could definitely do smoked meat, smoked food, smoked cheeses, smoked fish, smoked vegetables, really anything at all. I think you could even do spaghetti and meatballs with this on a tomato sauce. Lots of shredded Parmesan too. That is a really good beer. Mike does a good job on his beers, and this is definitely one that's showing. This is a nice, well balanced. The heather is really a hint. It's not like a lot of craft brewers. It would be like chewing on a heather branch, but this is just there. It's just there. It mixes well with the malt. It says hello, but it doesn't linger too long. It doesn't outstay its welcome, and it doesn't knock your teeth in. So it's a very good balance, very spring type beer. Hence the name, obviously, but it is kind of that. Hey, it's got warm tones to it. In the look, it has warm tones in the nose. It has warm tones when you drink it. It's definitely one that you want to have in the spring anytime. But yes, this is definitely, hey, spring's here. Let's get going. Let's get the barbecue going. Let's have fun out in the backyard. Throw the football around, throw the baseball around, and have fun. Enjoy the sunshine. Right? So if you had the Springtime Ale from Mount Carmel, you like it, don't like it. What do you like? What do you like? What do you don't like about it? Let me know. What have you had it with? That'd be an interesting conversation to have. What kind of foods have you paired it with? I think I'd pair it with almost anything. All right, thanks for coming by. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the ideas. We have some more. I got to get the double chocolate stout, the organic Samuel Smith's organic double chocolate stout. Definitely going to be doing reviews of it. We've got some more reviews coming up. I've got a longer, ever-growing list of beers I need to try. Thanks. Let me know what you want to see reviewed, what you want to know my opinion on, and I'll get to it absolutely as soon as possible. And thanks for all the support. See ya. Bye. Heather tips. Well, is it 20? I don't know how old this is.